This is how I make my homemade matcha. First, I bring some warm water to a boil. We just use a little bit of water. Then we're going to go over to our matcha set that I got off of Amazon. And I usually use about a tablespoon of matcha. It's really to your liking. I use this matcha, which I got from the market called Market Basket here in Massachusetts. And what you're about to see now shouldn't normally happen, but because I already put a tablespoon before I started filming, ding dong, you're gonna see something that should not happen when you mix it. So it's gonna stick kind of to the strainer, and that's because I wet it after I added my tablespoon. So you're gonna just do that, and you're really just grounding the matcha, right? Just trying to get it all broken up and getting it really broken down. You might think it's a thin powder, you know, but this really does make a difference. And after you look at it, you'll see the difference from when you first put it into the bowl and the after. So that's how you want it. Put your water in, and I'm not even gonna use all that water that I was boiling. I just put enough. Today I'm using a mason jar, so my portions are gonna be bigger than they would to my to-go cup. This is my mixer that I got in my set. You wanna let that sit in some water so it can soften up and get ready to mix. You don't wanna do a circular motion. What you do wanna do is a zigzag version while you're mixing it, just like that. And you just wanna zigzag, zigzag, and you're just breaking it up more, making sure it's not clumpy or anything. Just really just going back and forth, breaking it down. Yeah, and just having patience, really. Matcha is all about patience, I feel like. So, if you don't have patience like me, I would suggest trying it. Just really mix it up. You're gonna do that. Put that back into the water so that you can be halfway done washing it. There you go. Now we're gonna put our ice cubes. As I mentioned, I'm using a mason jar today, so I'm gonna use quite a few more ice cubes than I typically would in like an 8-ounce to-go cup. Really to your liking. I like my matcha cold, so I am gonna add quite a few here. As you can see me just dropping them in. Matcha is really good cold, in my opinion. It's very temperamental too, so keep practicing. This is my vanilla flavor that I add because I forgot to buy syrup, but this works just as good. You see me just put it in the little cover to get enough. I think I put about 2 to 3 in here. Don't want it to be too overbearing. So I just put that in there for some flavor. I'm imagining you can use any flavor that you like. I like to use brown sugar. Now before I used to boil the brown sugar, but I found out that I don't like it that way. I rather have the granulated sugar, the powdered sugar, than having it melted. It tastes better to me. I do like to taste the sweetness. So again, this is to your liking. If you want to be able to taste the sweetness, you know, put a little more. If you don't, just put a little bit. But I like it a little bit sweet. Not to the point where it's overbearing though. I'm just trying to get rid of the matcha earthy flavor. If that's been your fear about matcha, you do have control over that. Then we're gonna add oat milk. I like to use oat milk when I drink matcha. You can use, again, any milk that you like. Matcha works good for me. I'm not gonna fill it all the way to the top because we still have to add our matcha. And you're gonna see me add this now. And this is the coolest part, actually. We're pouring it, and look at that chemical reaction. Thanks to science, right? So we have all our ingredients in there, and we're gonna blend it with this baby blender. I do need to buy a new one. If you guys have any recommendations on some good handheld blenders, please comment here. And I'm just mixing it. I just have to kind of put it like down low so that it could get in. And this is how I make my matcha. If you have any suggestions on what else I could be doing or other flavors or recipes you guys use, let me know. I am open to ideas and willing to try it. And I do like mine's cold. I think I already said that. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.